So with that said, we got one more thing that we wanted to talk about. It's kind of like a prevailing thing that's going on. And we're seeing more and more of it. Black love on television. There's been a couple of things that we've seen lately. Some of it is on OWN, and then some stuff I wanted to talk about from American, All American as well, that you brought up. But there's been shows like Black Love, the literal show, Love and Marriage Huntsville, and Ready to Love that are on OWN. And then also All American this week. We've been talking about just Black love on TV in general. And I guess I'll let you, I'll start off with the All American one. You brought up that all the black men on All American are bad examples of men. And I was like, okay, we got Corey. Now, if you don't watch All American, you just roll with it. It's a show about a kid. He's in high school. He plays football. He goes to Beverly Hills, which is a better school than South Crenshaw High School. Plays football, all that good stuff. So his dad left him when he was younger. His dad is not a good dad, even though we know he left kind of twice in his life. The first time he left, he actually had a legitimate reason to be angry. Yeah, okay. I think it should have been a situation where maybe he left for a couple of days, composed himself, and came back and figured it out. Whether they were going to divorce or not, that's another thing. But disappearing for years, I think he was gone for 10 years.
I don't know. We disagree on him leaving at all, because it's like, you got kids. You can be mad. Yeah. You can be mad with mama all day, but you can't just like up and disappear.
Yeah, but you're stuck in that house with her, and you got to look at her face.
You can leave the house. You don't have to leave your children to leave.
That's why I said go away for a couple of days, compose yourself. Okay. For a couple of days. I'm not saying leave for years and years. No, I'm not. Compose yourself.
Right, but I'm saying leave for a couple of days, but that doesn't mean leave the children. You still have to be involved in the children's lives.
You're not hearing me. What I'm saying is leave for a couple of days, then come back and work out whatever's going to go on, whether you're going to get divorced or not, but figure it out. That's what I'm saying. You're not leaving the kids' lives in my version. I said just go, get yourself together so you don't break nothing in the house, you don't jump kick nobody, and then you come back, and then you work out what, am I going to stay? Am I going to go? What are we going to do with the kids? All that stuff. That's what I'm saying. Okay. So that's what he should have did. He didn't. He left for years and years. So bad dad. Then you got Tay Diggs. He cheated on his wife way back. Now, honestly, currently, he's kind of right. I mean, he didn't really do anything now-ish, but he's kept this secret of cheating on her for so long that it's thrown his, relationship upside down. That's another bad black dad. And then we got a third black dad that you know personally.
I mean, I don't know.
He went to your high school.
I went to high school with him.
So you went to high school with him. The guy that plays the booster, the guy that's giving all the money to the high school. He's essentially trying to run the team because he pays money for like the suits or whatever, the helmets and all, and kind of pimping out his daughter, trying to use his daughter to sway Spencer, who is the kid that plays football, to kind of like get on his side. So he's a bad dad. So we're looking at this show because the reason I started watching All American because I was like, oh snap, it's another black show on CW. Word, my brother told me it was dope, and I'm starting to look at this show, and I'm like, you know what? I'm glad this is a black show. But it's interesting that all the men in this show that are black are doing something wrong or have some huge character flaw instead of just being black dads.
Oh, don't forget the other dad. God, what's her name? Is it Layla?
Oh, Layla's dad. Sorry. And Layla's dad is an absentee father. So there's no just structured, good black dads just chilling. Just no structured black dads are just kicking it. No. They're not leaving you. They're not running away. They're not trying to pay off people and do dirty football games. They're just regular people, just going to work, coming home, chilling. And we were like, that's interesting. Then there's the dark skin.
In all fairness, the one white dad that we can think of, he ain't a good dad either.
Yeah, Therese, the record producer, that's Layla's dad. Mr. Dr. Obo T or Obot, I don't know, whatever. Look, I got you. Dr. Obot, whatever you is.
Obo T.
Obo T. He said Black Lightning is a better show. Yes, but we ain't getting on Black Lightning right now. Right now we talk about All American. Talk about Black love on TV. All the dads here are bad. I'm like, where the good? I'm like, how you gonna show this to us? And then another kind of thing they did that was egregious, or they showed Spencer's mom, who is definitely a dark-skinned Black woman, and I'm glad because we have a dark-skinned Black woman.
Oh, but when they did that flashback,
she's pretty and she's chilling. But they did a flashback, and when they did this flashback, she was
about 2 to 3 shades lighter in the flashback.
She was about 4 to 5 shades lighter.
I wouldn't say that much.
That girl was light.
She was about 2 to 3 shades lighter.
That girl was looking like the girl on Blackish. Coming through looking like Yard Shahidi.
Yard Shahidi is brown skin. What are you talking about?
That girl kind of light.
Compared to what?
She kind of light.
Compared to what?
You need to see her in the right light.
What are you talking about? Yard Shahidi is not light.
She light.
She is not.
She light enough. She is light for my example.
Compared to who?
Look, the girl was light. All right. The girl, she
compared
had dark
to
skin.
Lupita
She was
Nyong'o,
dark skinned
yes.
in the future. She was dark skinned in the future, and she was light in the past.
She was lighter, but not light. See, you be confusing light skin.
Look, I don't like it. I don't like what they were doing.
Light skin.
I don't like what they're doing with Black fathers on All American. Now you do have Layla's father, who's the record producer. He's turning around. He's trying to be home and stuff, but there is no representation of a Black father on All American, which is a Black show, of course, on a white network, but because CW is CBS and Warner Brothers. But I don't like it.
Yeah,
I don't like it.
I agree.
So I don't like it. It's funny, Jason's still on that BS. We done with that. So anyway, then you have a show like Black Love. And Black Love is more of a documentary kind of show on OWN, and they talk to, married couples that are, have been through changes, been through ups and downs. And I think it's a great show.
It's awesome.
It's an awesome show for young Black couples that are dating or even thinking about being together, people that are married, to watch and just see other people's experiences in the world as couples. And actually, it's made me have a better appreciation for Lisa, for my son, for everything that we have. It's an awesome show. They've talked to like Kevin on Stage. They've talked to old boy that, what was he on? ER? The brother on ER. He got that light-skinned wife.
Yes.
Like, you sitting there acting like you don't know.
Because I was trying to remember. Can I remember?
So they've talked to old girl. What's her name? She was on Posse. She's a director now. Sally Richardson, I think. But they talk to her. They have tons of couples that have just been instrumental in Black culture in general, just like working in the industry, but actually taking time to talk about very important and distinct issues throughout their relationships. And it's great and it's awesome in contrast to what we see in scripted television, because the idea is like, whenever there's a relationship, especially in a context of a Black community, there's always some friction there. And now you're seeing all these couples that are together and they've weathered the storm and they've been together and they, love each other more for it and stuff. You got the people from the Browns and you got, what I'm saying? It's awesome. And I love that.
And they even had one couple where they had actually just gotten back together. They had been separated for some time. And I believe she said that he really just moved back in the house within the past year. And so that was very interesting. Because they were still, they clearly was still working some things out.
Yeah. Big shout out to Lotus Scholar said, man, I said the same about Power because most crime families on TV, even dysfunctional, can keep the family together, but not a Black family doing crime. They all against each other. Yeah, don't get me started on Power. This season has been a pain point for me. But outside of Black Love, which is great, then you get into something that was weird for us, which was Ready to Love. Ready to Love is this show that on the surface seemed to be something that was right up our alley. It was like, yo, we have these people in Atlanta that have been single for a while and they're looking for something real. You know, they want to be with someone that they can love and share their life with. And we're like, oh, snap, this is dope. This is going to be great. And then when you get into it and see what it's really about, it's the Black Bachelor. And it's just filled with foolishness.
With the twist.
Yeah, but it's foolish.
It's foolishness.
It's a bunch of foolishness.
They premised it on, you know, they understand that dating can be very difficult, specifically for Black women in Atlanta, because, you know, the ratio is 1 to 20 pretty much in favor of men in Atlanta. And so they were just talking about how they wanted to set something up. So, you know, it was just a, you know, another way for them to date, which is okay, great. And it just turned out to be foolishness, because then what they do is they slowly eliminate people just for no reason. You know, you just gotta eliminate somebody, and it's like, but if the point is for couples to be formed, why are you eliminating folks?
And why are you forcing them to kind of be against each other?
Exactly. So just the way they set up things.
The first season was just like,
you're not really, you know, you're not really setting this up for people to actually meet. You're setting this up for a show. And I know this is a business, but don't set it up in that way and say that's what it's for. You know, because just my thing, it would be better if you just, you know, let it happen and film it happening. You can still have your, you know, set them aside and talk to them and put them in situations where you know, send them out on a date, or, you know, have them meet with their friends, which is all the stuff they did, which is fine. But just let the cameras follow them through the process versus forcing situations and randomly eliminating folks, because there were people they eliminated that were making
that already had a connection with someone.
That already had a connection with someone. And so then that person is forced to go to their second choice, as some of them even stated, the so-and-so is my second choice. Well, I ain't got no choice now because they done took so-and-so off the show. So what the freak? What are y'all doing?
A better setup for something that, for Ready to Love, if they were going to follow what they said in the first episode of season 1, is, okay, we got these people together. If you pair up and you find a real good connection, we'll take you guys off of the show and let you guys start your relationship and just follow and check in with your journey as a couple. Instead of trying to be like, oh, well, y'all can't get too connected. We got to force y'all to be in the show and see other people.
Yeah,
it was just weird, and it came off like a bait and switch fake Black Bachelor, and it was whack.
Yeah.
And it's still whack. And even in season 2, you see the quality of people has slowly dropped.
Yeah.
Probably because people saw the first season, was like, I'm good.
Yeah, and we didn't watch the whole first season, did we?
No, we didn't.
So we didn't.
We watched like the first 3 episodes, and then we just skipped to the end because we was like, we cool.
We were done. I think we watched.
We were like, we all right.
We watched the reunion.
Yeah.
Because we were interested in seeing if certain people got together, and found that a whole bunch of foolishness happened, and
because those women that were all interested in them abs got you got what you paid for.
Because I remember I think I said he was going to be a troublemaker, and there was one lady I said was going to be a particular troublemaker, and it was foolishness.
Yeah, it was
a whole lot of foolishness, and it's like, this isn't any different than what you deal with in dating anyway. You know what I mean? You just magnified it, and, you know, just, it's very disappointing. But then the other show that we do watch.
Well, real quick before we get to that, Therese says they should bring back Lincoln Heights. That was a good example of black love to me that wasn't all toxic and destructive. Yo, straight up, shout out to Lincoln Heights because I drove past the house the other night that looked like the house on Lincoln Heights, and it took me back. Now, I ain't gonna front. Lincoln Heights, you're right. That was a dope show. It was a good dad. He was chilling. He had 3 daughters. He was just kicking it, and it wasn't nothing crazy. He wasn't like doing cocaine or had a drinking problem or nothing. He was just a good dad, just living his life, and they were a family, and they was just kicking it. All right, that's what. But Lincoln Heights, you know what I'm saying? Where it at? That's why I'm like, yo, what happened to Lincoln Heights? So big shout out to Lincoln Heights, dope show. But yes, there is one more show. What's the title of said show?
Love and Marriage Huntsville.
Woo. Okay. This is another show that we both thought, because see, we saw, when it comes to OWN, we saw Black love first.
Yeah.
So we thought that all the shows pertaining to Black love or Black relationships on OWN would be more, I don't know, more positive, more grown up, more mature. Yeah. Not this basic. I mean, honestly, straight up, Ready to Love could be on. It could be on Bravo. It could be on any other network. It's the same basic retread stuff. So Love and Marriage Huntsville, when you open up, it's like, yo, we got these three couples. They're in the business. They're working hard. They're in Alabama, Huntsville, Alabama, and they're, doing positive things in the community. And we're like, oh snap, this is gonna be great. It's gonna be great, great, great. It's good-ish at times.
I mean, to be fair.
But it does get caught up in those kind of like, this is a reality show thing.
Yeah, to be fair, it still is, good. We're still watching it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We're still watching it, and it's at the end because it's in the reunion. It went to the left. Like you said, it started off as, it brings you in terms of making you think it's about, these power, and it is, though. It is about these power couples that are into real estate in one way, shape, or form, whether it's selling real estate, whether it's building, or what have you. And it's kind of going through their lives. Now, in all fairness, it's a reality show. We knew it wasn't going to be all about their business the whole time. But I never thought it would go, the way it's gone with such utter foolishness. But I wouldn't call it a bad show.
Yeah, it's not that the show is bad. There's certain situations,
and it's not. I have to say, it's
but
not putting.
The show gets bad because they follow the couples that are in the mess. They don't follow Kimmi and Maurice as much as they follow Martel and Melody.
Well, because they don't have as much going on. That's the thing.
Because they Kimmi, do. They have a life. They still have a life going on. They just ain't fighting each other.
Kimmi and Maurice don't have as much going on because they, you know what I mean? They don't.
But they still have a life to live as a married couple, and they have a business that they're running. They can go into that. But it's almost like they're like, hey, this is about three couples, but we're going to focus on only the couple that's beefing. And then I'm like, well, then I know what you're trying to push. And it's like, we've just talked about 4 shows, and one of them has positive representations of Black people just alone.
Well, no, in all fairness, it's not that there's a bad representation of Black people in love and marriage. I wouldn't say that that's true. That's not a bad representation of Black people.
Okay, a bad representation of Black marriage and Black relationships. And this is why I'll say this. Because we have focused we'd have to go back and watch, but maybe 70 to 80% of the time on arguing, bickering back and forth between either Melody and Martel or Melody and Tisha, instead of, remember when they were supposed to be working together and getting this land and helping out the Black community and all this stuff in Huntsville? How much have we seen of that?
I understand, but I would only agree with you if they didn't have Kimmi and Maurice on there. I would agree with you.
That's why I said 80%. You get to see Kimmi sometimes. You get to see Maurice sometimes.
Yeah, I don't want to say that they're just putting out a bad example of Black, because if that was the case, they'd be like, well, we just ain't gonna have Maurice and Kimmi on there at all. You know what I mean?
No, they have to put Kimmi on and Maurice on there to justify that they're like, oh no, we're still, this is still about the couples. Like, see, here's one good couple. Oh, cool, this is cool for 5 minutes. Back to the other 45 minutes of arguing. Like,
but in all fairness,
we can even look at the reunion. How much time was given to Melody and Martel back and forth, and Melody and Tisha back and forth, to Kimmi and Maurice?
Well, we haven't seen the other half yet.
I can't wait until we do. So next Sunday we'll probably be off because it's a holiday weekend, but I can't wait until we do. Because I'm pretty sure we are not going to see any. We probably won't even hear about this land and hear about these homes that they done made for black people. Remember? Because even in the opening of the show, it's like, we're doing things for the community, black people being representations of blackness. And it's like, where that? Where that? That's what I paid to see. Where that? Meanwhile, I'm seeing y'all arguing about cheating and seeing y'all arguing about mamas in the house or something. And we ain't seeing no black upliftment.
Not upliftment.
Yeah, I said it. Therese says, what type of show genre would y'all like to see that y'all haven't seen come from black TV? What I would like to see come from black TV, and especially, this is something that I've wanted from Tyler Perry for a long time. I mean, I don't want him to write it, but I would love to see some type of black sci-fi. And I know sci-fi is pricey. You know what I'm saying? You look at Star Trek Discovery, or you look at Star Wars Mandalorian. Those are not cheap shows, and I know it's a lot cheaper to make House of Pain or make Have and Have Nots than it is to make Star Trek Discovery. But that's something that I would like us to control our stories about how the future is, about how space is, whether it's Afrofuturistic, whether it's sci-fi, whether it's time travel, something like that, because that's what I'm into. I grew up reading comic books. So I would like to see, something, or I also, I like, I'm into like the political intrigue. So I would love to get, a Blacklist, but that was black. I know, Blacklist, or something like Blind Spot, but just from a black perspective. I would like to see something like that because I love action and I love sci-fi.
That was Scandal.
Scandal was, what I mean by political intrigue is like adding in more of like the FBI, the CIA, stuff like that. That's what I mean. Secret documents, people, covert stuff, things. But yes, you did have Scandal, which was hot for one season, and then the rest I was cool. No, the first 2 seasons, right? Because whenever they resolved the Scantron storyline.
I watched Scandal for quite some time. I just got, I don't even know when I stopped watching. I got sick of Olivia. Isn't that her name? Olivia.
Yeah, Olivia.
Olivia?
Kerry Washington's character.
Yeah, I forgot her name.
Whatever
I
that girl name
got sick
is.
of her going back to the president with her quivering lip.
Man, her lips be quivering so much.
That lip one more time.
Kerry Washington was always about to cry.
I was just like, she was the most intelligent, powerful, woman on the show. But then
she wanted that white.
When it came to him, she was just dumb. And I got so tired of her going back to him. I got tired of black men trying to get her, and she had nothing for him. But she in and out of the bed with all these white men. I got tired of it, and I was just like, I just can't.
Sick of it.
I was like,
I'm glad that's coming from a black woman instead of me, because if it come from me, and sisters be like, you hate me, you just hate me, you just hate me.
I was like, I can't do this anymore.
I'm like, I say the same thing when it's a brother on TV. I be like, there ain't no sisters in that school. There ain't no sisters at that job. None, nowhere. Y'all ain't got none. But Therese said, I kind of feel like when it comes to TV and movies, we sometimes see the same 3 or 4 genres. Yeah, it's because in a lot of cases, our productions don't get the same funding or the same, the same doors, to walk through as other productions that are not black productions. But I would love to see, go.
I was going to say, what I would love to see is, and this is something Tyler Perry could do since he has the studios in ATL, but I would love to see them make a reality show where they do actually follow, ATL's a perfect place, follow black business owners, and follow their journey, new business owners, business owners or entrepreneurs that have been thriving for some years, and follow, them through that whole journey. I think that would be really, really awesome to see. And that's kind of celebrating that and also just showing, because ATL is supposed to be like, what I
Yeah,
mean, the hot spot for black entrepreneurship and
I'm down
black
with it
business.
unless it goes down into the dribble
Yeah, I'm
again.
not talking about that. I'm
Yeah,
talking about actually showing them in terms of their business. I'm not talking
yeah.
about even.
I want to
I'm
see
not.
the business.
I'm not talking about even getting into their personal life at
Yeah,
all. I'm talking about focusing just on that and just, you know, that kind of making it almost like, yeah, pretty much like a documentary. But I think that would be really great.
yeah. That could be cool, and because there are many, and following their day to day, their
Hmm.
operations, the stuff they have to order, how they make payroll, all that stuff. That would be great. And nobody yelling and screaming and getting drunk and doing some stupid stuff. That would be awesome.
Hmm.
Shout out to Lotus Scholar. I want to see a black sci-fi with space battles, and you got them getting lit like Tuskegee Airmen. That would be sweet. I'm down with space battles. Like, I'm down with space battles. So I love that. So yeah, but with that said, I know how it comes when it comes to us getting funding, but I hope that in the next 5, 10, 20 years, that'll change with Tyler Perry Studios, because you'll have someone that will be able to kind of hopefully foster that and kind of, because I I know it's easier to make the kind of like, the House of Pain or Have and Have Nots. I know it's easier because you got two people chilling in the room talking, and that's it. And there ain't a car chase. There's not a shootout. Like, okay, The Mandalorian, and this is not to spoil anything for the very new episode, but the newest episode, there's two gunfights in the same episode. You got to pay for choreography. You gotta pay for stuntmen, and all, and that stuff is time and money. So I understand that, but that's just something that I would like to see. Um, from television, when it comes to Black love, it seems like we could still use a more positive push, a more positive bent, at least from what I've just seen this week alone. Um, and that's without getting into all of the other like reality shows and all that craziness. But guys, we good. We right. We finish it up. We great. We good now. So big shout out to everyone that came through. We got Open Mind in the house. We got Therese in the house. We got Lotus Scholar coming through. VV. Even big shout out to what was that dude name that was coming trying to be spicy? Jason Vasquez. I really hope I ain't screw your name up. But then we got Mr. Dr. Bot. I don't know, Dr. Obot, whatever. But I feel you too. We cool. Uh, oh man. And big shout out to Lotus Scholar referencing Gargoyles. Yes, she has been a voice and a director for quite some time. So Sally Richardson, and I think it's like a hyphenated last name, something like that. She's dope. She's been awesome. So she's cool. So guys, before I get out of here, Lady Lisa, tell them what up.
Hey, what's up?
You saw that, right?
What?
I'm saying.
What happened?
You were just like, hey.
Hey.
Anyway, guys, thank you for chilling. NERD, SOUL, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Holla at your boy. We can talk gaming. We can talk some reality TV. I don't watch it all. Some. I get to see some ATL with you every now and then. You know what I'm saying? So I know a little bit about what's going on. Not everything, but I know a little bit. And then, of course, big shout out to Geek Fine Art behind me. You know what I'm saying? For the artist-sponsored wall. Check him out, Geek Fine Art. Also, right now on the channel, we ran out Titans, which was dope. We ran out Mandalorian new episode, which is dope. I have a panel from yesterday, art, design, and counterfeiting when it comes to brands from DesignerCon. I got some interviews from DesignerCon coming today. And I think that's about it. We'll get into some cool stuff. Of course, tomorrow we have Black Lightning and all that stuff, and we'll get into the holiday. Oh, no Beach Vibes Life this week or next week, but we'll be back into some good stuff very soon. So guys, holla at me. I'm gonna holla at you down in the comments. Thank you for chilling. And until next time, peace. It's the 788 DDT, just like Jake the Snake. Actually, We don't participate. But if you do, then I'm going to see you at your weight. Peace. Don't let the drama fluctuate. Don't wanna. I gotta. Because it states, where will we be at if it let you do that? We probably be laying on our backs. Peace.